Hey everybody, today I will do a tutorial, but it's going to be a little different. I will do a basic C++ tutorial, and I will run a basic hello world program, and maybe we can maybe add in two numbers. But I will go through the basic on how to start from scratch, right? So first of all, we need uh, some type of editor, right? Some type of IDE. In my case, I will be running what is called Visual Studio 2017. So I got the little window here because I don't have my desktop. I don't have it on my desktop, so I go to the little window and I go and I put Visual Studio and I see Visual Studio 2017 there. I am pretty sure you can run this in any other editor, but but I will be using Visual Studio. Okay, so here in this is the regular user interface for Visual Studio. Then I go to File, right? And from File I go to New, and from New I go to Project and click on Project. Now here I get a couple options. I get Visual C Sharp, Visual Basic, Visual C++. That is the one that I need, right? Then here I get Console App, I get Empty Project, and I get a Windows desktop application. So I am looking for Empty Project because I will be writing my program from scratch. I don't want any pre-made program or a template already pre-made with already include libraries. I want to do that. I want to include my libraries from C++, right? So I click Empty Project. And here I go and click OK, but before I gotta name it, right? So let's just call it just put C plus C++ tutorial, right? Why not? Tutorial, right? You can name it whatever you want. Then press OK. That will create a brand new project, and this project is empty, right? That is the main purpose of this tutorial. We want to create our own program. So on this window, when this blue window appears, go to Project, go down to Add New Item, right? Add New Item. Click on Add New Item. Then in this window, you will see a couple different things you can do here. You got, you got a class, C class, C++ class, you got a header file, and then you got C++ file.cpp. That's the one that I need. So click on this that is called C++ file.cpp and click on it, right? And then down here go and click on Add. So I am adding a source file. That's what it is. Now I got a brand new page, blank. This is like a blank page when you're starting typing on Microsoft Word, a brand new document, and just start typing on it. That's basically what we're doing here. So here I will just write a little title for the project, and you can put just like that 2 forward slashes, and you can put your name. Put Jose, and you can put, I can put YouTube. You can put YouTube tutorial. Whatever, you can name it whatever you want. Right? So this line will not execute in the program. This is just a comment. And there is another way to commenting stuff, but I'm not gonna go through that right now. Okay, so now we need some libraries, right? So we will be using some library from C++. And here in C++, they call include libraries. In other programs like Python, they call it import library. So import in Java, you import, in Java and Python, but C++, you basically include the library from C++. So here, I will be using the basic library. For example, I will just, okay, so to include library, just press the shift key and the pound symbol, and then you say in, and then in, and will pop up the little words called include. Click on it to, okay, now I got the word include in there, and then here I put less than and greater than keys on your keyboard, and then you get the little brackets here. Okay, now I will use the one that is the most basic. Is called IOS string. That will allow me to input and output the stuff on the C++ program. That can be any, numbers. It can be anything that you want to display, strings, right? So input and output strings, right? Now, let's include a library. Let's include another library that is called CMath. So control pound and then include, right? Less than, greater than, and let's write C math, and then enter. Let's include another one, pound, then include, less than, greater than, symbols. Inside here we'll put C S T D L I V. The C is standard library basically. Okay, here this one allows me to do mathematics. This is allows me to use the standard library from C. Right now here I will write another very important piece of code. Is called using name, using namespace, right? std, semicolon, right? Now, here is the most important piece of the code. This is the most important. This is the main. This is going to be almost in every, almost in every programming language. You need a main, right? The majority Java, C++, you need those. Python, you don't need a main. But in C, and Java, you need a main. So basically here, you need basically a main that will run this program. But again, I don't know about probably. I guess C will be little more different, but still you need some type of body in the program in order to run the program, right? So, but anyway, right now we do just concentrate on C++. That's what we're doing. Okay, so in C++ you need a main, right? So, okay, so let's do int. Let's do main. Let's do parenthesis, and let's do bracket, right? Okay, now here is the body of the program. Okay, now you can see when you hover on this line it says main, so this is where the program will run, right? So now anyway, so you need this main in order to run the program in C++. Okay, so let's print out the first string in this program, and let's call it let's just do it this way, just the simple output. Cout, which means it stands for C out. It's an object. You can see that it's a little rectangle 3D, which is an object. So let's do cout less than, and let's put quotation marks in there to say that it's in a string, right? And let's put the word there, hello world. Right? So less than again, and ENL, right, and semicolon. This stands for end of line. That statement will terminate there, right? Okay, so let's put system, and inside here let's put pause, POUSE, system pause. That will pause the system for me to be able to read the program, to see it on the window. Sometime if you don't put the system pause in here, you will see the window just pop and you will not be able to read it. It will pop up for a second and disappear. This one will make the window to stay a little longer. Okay, so let's do that. So let's run this program and see. Start without debugging, and and we can see there was no errors on it. It says hello world, right? That's the first program. Now, okay, so we have the first program that's already running, right? Now let's say that we want to do something else, right? We want to add two numbers, right? In C++, we need to have something that is here. In order to declare variables, you either have to declare as an int or as a double, okay? Or you can, eventually probably will do on different type of declaration of variables, but right now we will just focus on double or integers, right? So let's do what this is I will declare the variables. So it's a good idea to set declare all variables. Okay. Again, this is a comment. This will not be executed when you run the program. Okay, so now we can actually do doubled. Let's use double. And see how the word pop out. It's blue, which means that it's already an identifier in C++. That's why when you declare a variable, you want to make sure you stay away from identifiers. You don't want to You don't want to create a variable that will have the same name as an identifier. You don't want to do that, right? So, okay, so let's do this. Let's do x. Let's create two variables. One is called x, right? And x is equal to 8, right? For example, I put a comma there, and y is equal to, let's say that is equal to 18, right? I'm sorry, what? No. Let's do 10. Okay. Okay, let's do 12. Right now, and then here we get I want to declare another variable that that output the result, right? Whatever mathematical operation we doing with this, it will display the result. So then I can say that result, and then semicolon. Okay, so you can actually say double x and double y and double result, but it's either way it works. I mean, it takes more line if you say double for every single variable. Okay, so here I can actually write the mathematical operation, whatever I am doing, right? So I do result equal x plus y, right? X plus y semicolon, right? Every statement ends with semicolon in C++. So here I will get rid of this string and I will put results in there. Okay. Now let's run this and let's say that let's see if the answer is 20. Okay. Yep, and of course the answer is 20. Okay, so that works, right? Now let's do now let's do subtraction, right? Let's do subtraction. We already did addition. Let's do now subtraction. Let's change this number to, let's change this number to 5, right? And then let's say minus result, right? Result equal to x minus y, and let's see if the answer is 3. Program runs, and of course the answer is 3. Okay, so addition and subtraction works, right? Let's do a simple multiplication, and here I forgot to put, well, we're going to put, it's a good idea to put the return 0, right there. It's a good idea to have that return 0 there, and the system pause. Okay, so let's say that you want to multiply these two, right? When you're multiplying, it's the same thing. It just use the little star symbol like that, and that will multiply those two numbers, and the answer now should be 40. Let's see if the answer for this is 40. Yep, and of course the answer is 40 for those numbers being multiplied. Right now, so that's it. In this basic tutorial, we include some libraries, right? And then we include the username space, which is another important piece of code in there that need to be there in order to the program to run. And then we did the main, and we declare the variables, right? And we did double, and of course you can do int over here too, but double will help if you do fractions in there. Any type of decimal, any number that has a decimal point, like 0.5 or 8.5, any number. The double will do the calculations in there, but the integer will trunk those fractions, and it will only display the integer part of it. So that's why it is important to have a double. If you're dealing with numbers like this, 8 and 5, you can do the integer. But if you're doing mathematical operations that have decimals on it, you will better stay with double. And I believe that C++ has another identifier called a float in there. But I will, probably talk about that later on. But anyway, in this tutorial, that's it. That is the basic program that we wrote in C++ today, and I hope you learned something out of this tutorial. Thank you for watching.